Hello and welcome back to another 5 to Thrive. I'm Scott Kutcher, and today we're going to talk a little bit about the cost of installation possibly killing your profits. So, in the sign industry, I think a common issue I ran into, and I see it all the time out there when I talk to people, is the lack of the designers and the production people that are going to produce the sign communicating, but really the production people communicating with installation. So when you go out and you do your survey and you're project manager or you're a salesman and you're going, this is what's going to need, and you're getting your field measurements and you're doing your survey, if you don't get good detailed information like what kind of ground's it going to go into, if it's going into the ground, what kind of buildings it being hung on, then you can kill your profits big time. So being more thorough in the planning process, you need to allow for that in the cost of your sign, depending on the type of signage that you're producing and going to be installing, because it'll kill your profits. I'll give you a perfect example. So we go out, we look at a sign, we look at this building. It's an older building. We go, okay, we're going to do a sandblasted sign. It's going to have this cool LED lights coming around it. It's going to look amazing. It's going to be majorly three-dimensional. We're going to add some foam to the pieces of the face of it, and it's going to look beautiful. Great. Right, brick facade, right? So, mistake I made. I was pretty early in my own company, but it was a big one. Not only did they have one location, these people had several, and they all were in downtowns like this, right? So, we do one, and they ask us to do the rest. With the one, I did a pretty good survey. Knew that was brick. Even when I got ready to pull the permits, talked to the local records department, asked them if they had plans on file that showed me how it was built. They did. Basic, the way it was built, right? It's just basic 80s building with block and then brick on the outside, etc. I knew what we had to do, masonry bit, blah, blah, blah. No big deal. Was able to factor that in. But I get to the other locations. I don't do any of it. I assume, guess what? It's going to drill right in there, no problem. No big deal. Got it. Wrong. So we start to drill, and we burn up a bit. I'm like, what the frick? And so we start to drill. My dad's with me, and when he was still alive, he just and burns up another bit. And he looks at me, he goes, okay, so what is behind here? Did you not survey this right? And I'm going, no, I did. I did survey it right. The ironic thing is it was my company, and he came to work for me, but without him, I couldn't have done it by any means. But it was just funny because he was like scolding me like I was still 16. Because he's right. He was right. He's like, did you? I'm like, Dad, I freaking did it. I've been doing this a long time now at this point. I know what I'm doing. Okay, I don't know why we're burning up. So we go to the hardware store, get some more. Finally, my dad gets smart and asks the owner, hey, this is going to be behind the main part of the sign. Can I take a chisel and just take a little piece of brick out? I said, yeah, I'm okay with that. He goes, okay. He goes, I'll make it really small. We'll be able to fill it afterwards. Don't worry about it. He's like, okay. Takes a chisel, my dad was great at woodworking and stuff, and just chisels a little tiny sliver out. Just enough around the grout, right? But enough to be a good flashlight back here. It's I-beam. It's metal. We're going through this thick I-beam. No wonder we're burning up bits. We spent so much time figuring it out, messing with it. Then we had to repair the brick. Oh my gosh. It was insane. Not only did that one, but the next one had the same issue. But this time I at least knew what was going on, right? By the fourth location, we were pros, but we still lost money. So, what do you have to do to make sure that you're not losing money on installation? Great surveys. I'm amazed at how many people that I help, retrofit a neon product to LED product, right? A flexible LED tubing. And they don't get accurate measurements. You couldn't do that back in the day with neon. What the frick? We can talk about that in another 5 to Thrive, but you couldn't do that. So accurate surveys will save you so much money on the installation side, because every bit of profit you had up to that point could get totally eaten away. At the end of the day, those 4 locations, ready for this? I broke even. Because of that one location. I broke even. That was it. Now, granted, I had an issue because my margins were too tight, but I was young and didn't know any better. So, I had to double check all that. But at the end of the day, it all boils down to not planning properly. So next time, make sure that you survey things right and you got all your ducks in a row. And until we talk next time, sign on.